Life is good. God is great. Um, it's beautiful out here, man. This weather has been amazing. I cannot complain. Hopefully, y'all day is going well and the weather is beautiful where you are as also. So let me get into it. I don't have a whole lot to say, but I do want to say it's very awkward. I'm picking up on a lot of awkward vibes at the JBP. Um, let's just start with the most obvious. And I'm pretty sure if you watch this video, you've seen other videos, people commenting on, of course, Melyssa Ford, which is she been the biggest story up at the JBP for the past month or two, and them acknowledging Melyssa that the way that they did was weird. It just felt, I don't know, man. It just, to me, let me wait for this loud ass truck to move by. For me, I feel like they could have done more, which leads me to believe that I'm not really sure how much they care, like genuinely care about Melyssa. For Joe to say that he hasn't spoken to Melyssa at all, and he's only really making a statement about her because she posted a pic of her in a hospital bed was, y'all let me know how y'all feel. That shit just seems very, very strange to me. And this is the first time I've heard him use the term or that phrase, our sister in Christ, which is what he would normally say if she was just absent from a show. But he brought back the sister in Christ, I guess, because he wanted to soften things up and be sensitive in that moment. But it didn't seem very genuine to me. I don't understand how you could work with somebody for that long. They move to work for you. Fire trucks and shit. They uproot, whatever they got going on to come and join you and be on your cast and help build your brand. And simultaneously she took advantage of the opportunity and built her own brand with her own show. And this person has a serious issue, whether it's with you personally, Joe, whether it's with her coworkers, whether it's an issue or a gripe that she has with the work environment as a whole. None of this looks good for you, Joe. Like, none of this is helping dispel any rumors about how you run your business, how you handle your employees, your co-hosts. It's just not helping. I feel like you could do a much better job in this situation. I feel like you might be missing out or mishandling the opportunity that's in front of you to really change the vibe, maybe, change the perception that people have about your business and your workplace, man. I don't know if you ran that by Ian and Ian was like, hey, look, just don't say too much about it. Just send her some well wishes and move on. But it's just awkward, man, to not call this woman if you know she's really down bad or going through something, to find out if she's okay. Like, that shit was weird, man. So my other question was like, okay, so if Joe didn't call her and just see how she's doing, did anybody call her? Did anybody reach out to Melyssa at all from the JBP to see what she's doing, what's going on? Like, when stuff like that come up, it makes me think that the rumors and people speculating about lawsuits, it might be a real thing, because usually if it's something type of legally that's pending, you do not restrain, but you do refrain from making contact to those that are involved in whatever type of legal situation that you might have going on. Damn, it's noisy on this street. I should walk somewhere else. But that made me think about that. It's like, damn, if nobody reached out to her, it might be a legal situation that's going on. But I hope that's not the case. I don't want to see any type of legal action being done. But it's just not reaching out to your so-called sister in Christ when she's posting hospital pics and you haven't talked to her is weird. And now the whole posting pics when you're in the hospital, I don't like that anyway. Like, I don't like that from anybody. That's just not, it's not a good look. I just don't see the purpose of posting a picture of yourself in a hospital bed. You could easily just tweet, be like, hey, I'm in a hospital currently or recovering from this or that, but just to post like a cryptic picture of you in the hospital bed is just weird. But again, man, we living in that age of social media where, you know, attention is currency. And if you get people talking, speculating, I guess it's not a bad thing in this content space. The other thing I want to say regarding Flip is clearly going through something. We don't know what it is. I definitely believe that Flip had a real serious family situation that he was dealing with. He kept saying, I'm dealing with something, I'm going through something. I don't know if it was the last show where he came back, he was super hyped, like everything has been resolved with it. I do believe it was something that was going on with his wife. I'm just reading through the lines. I'm not really doing too much science on that. I'm just reacting to what's being said on the show. And it definitely seemed like he had an issue with his wife. And I'm glad that he got that resolved. Now, I do want to say the other thing when it comes to Flip, Joe is fucking with you in a major way. And there's definitely more to what's going on with Joe and Flip, because they just be throwing shots at each other, a lot of subliminal shit. Joe is being an asshole, like for real when it comes to Flip. He challenging them more. He just on his back a whole lot more. And I honestly feel like he really does want Flip to sign that non-disclosure agreement. And I don't think Flip should do that. Don't give up all your leverage, Flip. If you, because you know, if you wanted to leave and talk about your experience just the way that Joe was able to talk about his experiences at Complex and how Joe was able to use his Complex experiences to get views, to have a lot of content for his podcast. Like, don't short yourself and not give yourself the ability to talk about your past experiences that you yourself say that you learned a lot from. I feel like there's a lot that you would want to share. I'm not saying that you would need to go into a situation where you bad-mouthing Joe, where you are talking negatively about your experience at his network. But don't let Joe pay you for your silence. Because honestly, I mean, we can all see that Flip, you're not going to be around too much longer. Everybody, I think, is accepting it. And Joe don't want you to say a motherfucking word about anything that y'all had going on, any business advice he may have given you, anything that you know about behind the scenes, all these HR meetings. He don't want none of that getting out. I'm not saying that you should, but I'm just saying, don't let nobody pay for your silence. Think about how Joe was able to parlay his experiences at Complex into content for his own network. And that's really all I got to say about that. It's weird vibes up there. But shout out to you, Manny. Congratulations to you on starting your next chapter when it comes to the content space. And I'm a watch to see what you actually doing, because right now I'm not really sure what the angle is that you have for your YouTube channel, but I'm going to tune in to see where it goes. I definitely feel like my suggestion was one of the better ones, where you should do some vlogging content. And you did incorporate a little bit of that in that first episode. But you sitting in a chair, I don't know if that's the vibe. I don't know if that's the vibe. You might want to incorporate a little bit more creativity into what you got going on. But again, it's the first introductory episode, so anxious to see what you got coming next. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is it weird to y'all, or is it just all fun and games, man? It's the J Matt Show. I'm out.